Explain this to us. I mean, is this all the pandemic? What is this?
Well, I think people like to blame the pandemic, but obviously road rage is out of control, but we weren't seeing these huge crime spikes that we saw in other countries that were locked down during COVID. And in fact, this road rage incident mirrors what's going on with violent crime in this country. 2021 was the highest murder rate we had seen in a generation. And of course, right on cue, people are calling for new gun laws. We're not even enforcing the laws we have on the books right now. What we really need is DAs and judges to grow a spine and actually prosecute criminals and throw the book at them. Because right now we have a culture of lawlessness in this country, and it's perpetuated by the woke agenda, which is no consequences, revolving door, and it's also carried by people in media hacks like Brian Stelter that tell the public, violent crime is just a Republican talking point. Well, here's an idea, Brian. Why don't you sit your ass next to me in a patrol car and I'll show you just how bad crime is in our communities, and then you tell me it's a talking point. But I'm sure he'll just cower in his safe space while we pick up the pieces of our broken communities.
Well, there's no question about it, and you make a good point. Other countries that were locked down don't have this problem. But, when you've got Supreme Court justices who are being doxxed, where organizations are actually paying people to go protest, the same team that was like, get in their faces, don't let them be in the same places as you are. We've got a left that has been ginned up and geared up by the left. And now they've given them the ability to be without consequence. And I agree. We keep saying judges, DAs, judges, DAs. You and I know that. But until everyone gets involved, this kind of thing is going to keep happening. And people are going to buy guns, I imagine, and they're going to start defending themselves. But they're not really in a position like police are, who've since been defunded because of the left to protect themselves.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They have been emboldened by the far left to go out and commit crimes knowing that there's not going to be any consequences. I mean, look at the riots in 2020. No one was held accountable for their actions during that time period. So you've taught an entire generation a lesson that you can do whatever you want out on these streets. You're not going to be held accountable. You're not going to go to jail. And when we ask politicians to take this seriously, all we get is a bunch of pearl clutching, or we get, Mayor Adams yucking it up at the Met Gala with a fancy jacket on. Well, here's an idea instead. How about you step out there and you tell people that we're going to hold these violent criminals, these degenerate dirtbags who are shooting people on our streets, we're going to hold them accountable, we're going to throw them in jail, and maybe we can get this violent crime problem under control in this country.
And, it's interesting, when New York City voted in Mayor Eric Adams, he had been a police captain. They expected a lot, and now the majority of New Yorkers are very disappointed in him, and his poll numbers are not good. But it's always good to talk to you. I appreciate it. Joe Gamaldi, you always give us a sense of reality. Thanks for it.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.